At this day, I come with a chance to think about the reality of our days and some extra thinking about future, thinking about us, thinking about myself, and not myself on a plan of selfish. Suddenly the clear fact of I need as well the reality of my life, but not for my own, and not thinking about myself only. So, at the clear of this day, often, coming again about my definitely identifiably clear of my own, just to tell to Adonai once again, the reality of port me goodbye, shore me to the arms of my love, wakes behind me and the wind to hitting my face, at the reel of the salty wind of seas, drying my lips and my tears, giving the right moment of the thirsty may just haze. And some farther, which these terms were only at this moment some ADD, some different. Thinking about the lagers of the dreams, the lagers of the journey, the stones of the worth, the real of every day, the clear fact we always keep and we know is our treasure. I want to take a moment over this day and this time to telling some extra and some further, as we already said. You know, Rachli besfortales chesilik manrech ishel be'atachla she'el vachtech nimi avla avos shmotzbo gen chalem galchlecha tishve amachlachim ishlechi vi ibad vasechle etzeshe manchedav. It is not easy, it's not nice. Every time as we just walk through life, the real is normally we found the most unthinkable much of times, and other times simply what we know there is. Much other times is the clear fact of the effort that we projected, the reality as we built for, working after and another as tears, as much of times bleeding, others just the sweat of the desert, much others simply the darkness of the fight, struggle, the clear of the everyday's building, and having the moment to understand, never just abandon the reality we exist, and neither the reality we are. You know, just like the clear of some of the complete picture, which we are pieces that makes the complete reality of that, which not on a wall, not through some screen, not all through the eyes of the whoever around, but at the scenery of life, we are compounding this same thing, which further being a thing is exactly which it is, life. The reality of each of us in the puzzle of the clear field, at the real of everything which it is, much of times is nothing like we can simply go through. It's not easy to find out where is my board moment to occupy the reality of mine and having the clear feet in that space which is only mine. Much other times it's really difficult to think I will have it, and most of times it's nothing like I wouldn't. Simplicity others pretends. But the thing is, evil. Mistakes can be committed. The ignorance about producing damages in others, and even the ivinuat kat ivotok selish matef. For the clear fact of a lot of people just has dreams, needs, longs, seeking something around life to concrete, realization, embracing at the dreams, at the hope, at the efforting for, to reach out, to get, to concrete, to possess. And suddenly, much of times, people doesn't consider us, but not for people who wouldn't. It's the same voracious realities of so much others that produces, which we never thought we would ever have. Suddenly it's not easy, but even then, whenever there is the clear fact that everyone is who everyone is, everyone has self-reality in place. So further the board to be able for everyone, or just for few, trying to affording for the few to have the right as deserves, and the ones that wouldn't be but the majority to ever have a chance to get a place in board, for we to have the compound and we to be as we came for. At the reality of this soul, much of times is not easy. The worst of this all is not the genuinity as everyone can be and can do and can give, share, take, about genuine and rights for. The problem of this is the ones that are rightless, placeless, moralless, respectless, realless, or realityless. Even the clear fact of them dreams or needs or existences will be about pretending to be others and possess what others possess, and watching at the reality of how to ripping out and producing whatever which fulfilling them as let's say, with murders and genocides to having what nobody gave them, and they think they have rights to take. So the board is blood, and the places are dark. And who thought will ever survive the clear field, much of times is in crossways, thinking how to having another minute to breathe, life. This is the case that every day I come through, and not only I. This is the real, the element that every day we understand is not easy. At this moment, I wish I'll recall for something. It is the clear of a blevach mat sefech hidish va atsechalam. It is the real of blevach luat va vesves chalishavik. It is a blevach lek hoachalash mat sechalim. Givoach la esse shevech lachtiav. Rech la atsesh, rech la inchibi. Gel chalichmi abad vesek eshechali. Reoch lachbi abad matzel shechelech miri etzeshel. Roach lachmi abale fort as lesse shechal. Nechni ma'anatziv. Whenever we come to what Adonai has given us so long, that is the real of Entlach Tivachat Boat Salametzish Bo Anchunast Lesesh Beatzech, and we hear him saying, De Eshkoatri Zeshech Leet Batzef Achnem. Rerlech Tesh Shabatsk Gen Reshad Let's Rachte en Seshev. Reshesa et matzilik ira asher nimanik ni mila akav ashtevont. Kishkat atzmuvu reisel. Ve'eshkot ma'evat kadesh lereshid antiv. Resech la she'ebad ledach be'et shishmot smuat chlat she'ebad. Because of there is nobody but me. And nothing is off of my reality, and all I know. But how will this be? May I just say myself, forget the reality of your responsible name for the ones you said, always being about, and your word and own swear to be alive in front of your enemy, and set the ones you ever treasured, like if there will be the simply clouds to let go under the REDEMI and never consider I am the one I am. Let's think clear. Sometimes it's not really what we can identify. Sometimes it's not easy. There's not a chance to conscientizing the clear possibility that something as fragile, vulnerability, destruction, pain. Consider the clear fact that as how possibility, the one that swore and said, he to be for us will ever send it. He never did. He warned every time. And if he had a panic, the least he will do is asking to Ba'at Techivi. Whenever something which were not okay, alright, lessons are lessons. But El Adam is not a berabumut haneseche. And Adonai is responsible. So, lessons, education, disciplining, making grow, mature, is not exactly Sodom and Gomorrah. For the reason of this is whoever understands Adonai is, Adonai identifies and Adonai hears. And whenever there is somebody that cannot, Adonai fights for you to do it. Get conscience. And sometimes it's a war where I bring you to me and you are trapped, so you just slid around, but I never let you go. So never let him call you, says Adonai. I'm gonna make my job, but hear me once. Don't you put the reality of the vulnerability at the destruction of you for the reason of my word at the service of the will of the one that wants to destroy you to producing what pretends every day on me. That I am gonna be still me, but I don't need the destruction on you. So be aware, be awake, understand, mature, grow, clear, wise, strong, or at least give the best you have for the cause. Realize the responsibility is a cradle of future. As ever you implies, this action that everybody does it is as ever you futurize the clear fact of your life. If you responsibilize for the making the right thing every day and for the affording understanding how is the right thing to do, which it doesn't mean you to be a santulon. It means grow, mature, understand, recognize Adon, El Adon, hear him, understand, and when you cannot cut the locked door like a bolt, if there's necessary, do no one in, do no one out. Put your life in his hands, beg enough and see what's next. Adonai answers. Whenever there is too much war, it's a problem. When the situation is, well, you have responsibilities for others, like you gotta call the job, you gotta feed your family, you gotta think about whatever you need as a human being, you got to think about bills, you got to think about how to keep your living days. So you gotta go to job. Well, the simplicity is understand wisely the clear fact of what is the matter, what is the important, how is the clear fact, and how do you do to not fall in traps, to not let our enemy make the to not get in the trap, to not get in the net, to not fall in the death. So, it is not easy, and we have too much problem. Realachvia mablebefetua xiga reshela kachana mablebetevespo dachlektiski rechinishla mavechim. Gibod levechlechivia tal keseshel imot levechlakivitia talesebetacha amal glasichmi ambachlem. Malcheli hivat lebefoch lachedesket latish hia machal cheleb. Antrechlikimi abalafo taskleteshke racha la seshmatachli imira atrech tachlishmotua baat tishlub na antechev. Rechalachivia kabla atwoshodant ka atkichlashe ma vatvo atkusu lumbat kan yaktel. Jelvu atka yamavot. Bo alavu atk eskinaleshdamt kavach.